Ok, bonjour, salutations. Retour sur Tainted Grail, The Fall of Avalon. Il voulait me parler, lui? Non, il n'y a pas d'action. Alors, bon, découvrons tout ça. On m'a demandé de parler au capitaine du coin. Quête, carte. C'est pas le capitaine, Fergas, l'intendant. Alors, il est où, Cillian? Ah bah, il est à côté de moi. Il est par là. Non, protecteur Rolf. Maison abandonnée. Quartier de Cillian. On va pas décrocher. Crocheter C'est quoi le truc? Il est trop tôt dans la. Comme dans Oblivion Skyrim? Il est quelle heure? Comment je fais pour savoir l'heure qu'il est? Je sais pas. Ah là, 6h43. Bon. Alors, est-ce qu'on peut parler à toute heure, le jour et la nuit, à l'autre? Fergas.
Sir, I haven't seen you before. I wasn't expecting any guests, and you don't look like a new recruit. And yet, Odrin let you in. He's not drinking again, I hope. Huh, that's surprising. But good. Very good. He's been a drunk for as long as I can remember. Keeps saying he'll stop, but he never does. At least not for long.
The name's Fergus, and I assume you already know I'm the quartermaster here. Now state your business.
And please, try to be convincing, or the walls of this fortress will be the last thing you'll ever see. Yes, I know. And that's why you're still standing in front of me. However, these pens were only given to certain people. They mean that in times of trouble, these people will always find a safe haven here in the Horns.
And that makes me wonder, what happened to your friend? Where is he? If what you're saying is true, he must have had a deal with somebody well above my pay grade, and that leaves only the captain.
However, if you're lying, then you might as well have just confessed to the murder of a Knight of the Round Table. But nobody's that much of a fool, I think. Fortunately for you, I've seen my fair share of morons in life, and you don't look like one. Fortunately for me, this pen only means that I'm to make sure you're safe in the Horns. Nothing about helping you out with whatever you're up to.
Anyway, welcome to the Horns of the South. Make yourself at home. I'm Captain Brandon's right hand. He deals with the serious matters I don't want to know anything about. I take care of our everyday life.
Fine then. This is the keep. Anyone sworn in as a keeper lives here, unless they're no longer fit for service. If that happens, they get transferred to the village. Otherwise, they're not allowed to go there without my express permission. So if you ever see any of my boys down there looking shifty, feel free to report them.
You're allowed to walk around the keep and the village, but if anyone catches you stealing, I'll take your hands. If you attack any of my men, I'll take your head. That enough for you?
He's not our first line of defense. The archers are. Every man here needs to have a job. And no offense to Odrin, but let's just say we can afford to lose him. I'm sure the hordes of visitors clamoring at our gates can survive the insult. That's one of our tags. Every soldier gets one when they pledge their loyalty. I just hope the body you took it from was already cold, because killing a keeper would land you in some serious trouble.
You know, here's what I'm thinking. If you stumble over any of our fallen keepers out there, bring me their tags. Sure, they all swore to stay here until the bitter end, but they have families who deserve to know what became of them.
It's part of my duty, but since I can't send any more beyond these walls, maybe you could lend a hand. I'll pay you for every tag you bring back. You know where to find me if you come across any more.
Ninian. I knew the Red Death would take him. Damn shame. He was one of the good ones. You did right bringing this back. The Horns look after their own, even after they're gone. But, now that I think of it, how did you manage to get hold of his tag?
Je sais même plus c'était qui, Ninian. Ninian. Ninian, Ninian, Ninian. Ah oui.
Tortured? In the asylum? You can't expect me to take that at face value. Brother Riagan said Ninian was too weak to survive the journey. They came for him, and we even held a symbolic keeper's burial for him. And what were you doing in the island asylum? You look fine, but if you were there, near him... I'm sorry this happened to you. Still, you have to understand, now that you've told me this, I'll be keeping a close eye on you. No risks can be taken when it comes to the Red Death.
We've been having trouble with the dead lately. The kind that don't want to rest in peace. There are more and more of them roaming the area. It might just be the weirdness, as it has been steadily creeping closer from the north, but somehow I doubt it.
Anyway, I suggest you go see Marg first. He knows best what's going on there. He's our huntsman. He keeps us stocked with meat, so the lads don't have to live on fish alone. They get pretty grumpy when that happens. Right now, Marg is the only other person who's allowed to leave the keep. I'm not about to risk the life of our last link to the outside world, especially when you're so eager to lend a hand.
There is a local legend about a dark druid named Slaughter? Slaudier? Slaughter, that was it. He was a necromancer rumored to be able to raise the dead and make them do his bidding. It's quite an old legend, though, so unless he managed to raise himself from the dead, I doubt he's behind this.
It's not far, and it's hard to miss. But honestly, I'd suggest you go see Marg first. You don't really know what you're walking into, so if I were you, I'd try to learn as much as possible beforehand.
The captain forbade anyone from leaving the keep, so I couldn't. And truth be told, I didn't particularly want to. We don't get many recruits, and you're, well... Your words, not mine. It's old. From what I've heard, it even predates the Horns of the South. The keepers and the people from the village below used to bury their dead there, but after the flood, it's been pretty much abandoned. Yeah, damn druids. They flooded a village of innocent people just to show everyone they're still in power. Fat lot of good it did them. I'm not gonna lie, I'm glad we got rid of them. The things they could do were unnatural. Good. Try not to get yourself killed, and get rid of whatever's been causing the problem. Yes? Did you find out what's been happening out there? Why not? Don't tell me you're afraid of ghosts. Just don't annoy them and you'll be fine. It used to belong to the keep. You could say it was its beating heart. That village was where our lighthouses led the ships, and where the workers lived with their families. Ah, those must have been the days. But then the ships stopped coming, and there were less and less new keepers, and the others left looking for a better life.
Until, at last, the sea took most of it.
Depends on your idea of interesting. There's a weird statue with a gong, but I'm not sure how much of it is left. Other than that, probably just damp rubble. I don't know. Ask Marg. I'm pretty sure he just sits there all day instead of hunting. No wonder we've been eating nothing but fish. What else was there to do? There weren't enough people to live there, and nobody wanted to anyway. Not since the monsters started coming out of the sea. We wiped out most of them, but new ones showed up every now and then. Marg, our hunter, keeps an eye on the place. You can talk to him if you want.
Just as I thought. If you have friends among the knights, you'll want to talk to the captain. But that's not happening anytime soon. Because I said so. What? Did you really expect that you could just enter our keep and head straight for the captain's quarters? There wouldn't be much point in having walls and guards here if anyone could just do that, would there? And have you helped any of my people? Or are you just here to wave that pin in my face again? First, show me you care, and then I'll take you to the captain. I can't have every random stray wasting his time. Not now, when the outcome of the war with its tribes is so precarious. I trust we understand each other? Because I said so. I believe your intentions are honest, and the matter is important. But I need to confirm that first. I can't risk our safety, and especially not the captain's safety. If you need rest, you can sleep in the barracks. It's no royal chamber, but it's better to sleep under a roof than under the stars, right? Especially in this horrible weather.
Bon, j'ai pris du temps à lire tout ça, à l'écouter. Ouais, c'est un jeu de rôle, hein. Bon. Qui est ces Arg? Mais Marg. Quartier de Yann. Ou Jeanne. C'est quoi ton nom, toi? T'en as pas? Si. Protecteur Deacon. Deacon.
What a nice day. Hope nothing bad happens today. Hope nothing bad happens today.
Boy, friend, a question. Do you know why people always stop and watch a blacksmith at work? Because he's riveting. It's good to see a new face in this sad hole.
Oh, of course. I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Osbert, local master of hammers and anvils. Do you need your blade sharpened?
Not really. Especially since we went into a lockdown a while ago. People used to come and go. Now and then a ship would make a stop at the village below, but nobody's really come around since. Well, since the entire shit show that's going down everywhere. Now that I think of it, you're the first they've let in. What'd you do? Who did you bribe? Oh, so you have friends in Camelot. Good for you. Of course I do. Those pins are peak craftsmanship, and very rare at that. We only gave them out on Camelot's orders. But when I look at you, well, It's pretty obvious you wouldn't be able to beat a knight. And even if you found one already dead, you'd sooner nick his armor than a pin you knew nothing about. Either way, good for you. Yeah, after we lost 2 squads trying to take back the All-Mother's Temple from the Dalrita, our captain decided that nobody leaves the Horns. Then, he shut himself in his office, without leaving us any orders. Virgus is trying to keep the lads occupied, but... just look around. Half of the people here are losing their minds, and the rest are losing their wages on drink. Sometimes I wonder, how many things can go wrong at the same time. They say that misery loves company, but here, it's like we've done something to anger the gods, and they're taking their sweet revenge. First, we started hearing that the weirdness was spreading near Grubwood. Soon after that, we saw waves of bandits approaching from there. Desperate people. It took a lot of our territory. Then, the Dalrita tribes took over the All-Mother's Temple. And after that, the supply chains from Camelot collapsed for some reason. And so on and so forth. We're in quite a pickle, my friend. We've started betting on what's going to happen next. Sea monsters? Who knows? I don't know. It's hard to explain. They kept to themselves, perched in the mountains near the Forlorn Swords. Then something happened, and suddenly we saw ships arriving near our eastern shores. A couple days later, the tribes took over. One good thing is that the bandits aren't up to fighting with them. One bad thing, we aren't either. Truth be told, most of them are just people desperate to survive. When the villagers started dying out because of the weirdness, hunger, or raids, they lost their livelihoods, ended up with nothing to their names, and nowhere to go. So they banded together and started raiding whatever was left. Then they turned to killing each other. They're like rabid wolves. Too bad they're here now, too. Yes, that damn forest north of here was already cursed and creepy. But now, I've heard it's an entirely different level of crazy. They say that some men here started going dark up north. With that, the weirdness started moving. And when the weirdness gets here, well, we're fucked. But you know that. Every child has heard the stories. I heard that dew fell down the stairs and didn't break a single bone. So that's a start. Other than that, no, I can't think of anything.
Welcome! In the name of our eternally reigning Majesty King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Tables. I am obliged to inform you that fighting those who actively break the law and reject the rule of the crown is the duty and pride of every subject. As Camelot's representative, I will be paying a bounty of 10 gold pieces for the death of each bandit roving the area, as long as adequate proof is provided. I also recommend checking the bounty board for information on wanted criminals, especially those considered particularly dangerous. Please, state your business. Really? You fought bandits and killed them? Oh, I want to hear all the details. Here's your reward, but promise you'll tell me everything. Oh, someone finally checked out the notices I was posting on the board. That's the carcass of Fingerless Calm, isn't it? They've been hunting him for the slaughter of 2 keepers, and now they finally got him. Well, you have. Here's your reward. Do you keep bandits' fingers as trophies? I would. None so far. The keepers don't want to risk being turned into pincushions for a mere 10 gold pieces. Besides, the captain banned them from leaving the Horns of the South without a good reason. Too many bandits and not enough keepers. Well, Camelot would send a group of knights with Sir Galahad at the head, and he's not interested in half measures. He'd probably burn down half the garrison, or hang them. He's done both. By the way, did you know that people who are hanged rarely die from strangulation? Usually the sudden jolt causes the backbone to snap, which separates the head from the body. A while ago I saw someone hanged in the village, and it's true. One snap, and it's done. No matter what you say about him, he's very efficient. Brutal, even by my standards, but efficient. Oh, sure, plenty. Did you know that apparently if you cut off someone's head, they don't die straight away, but remain conscious for a few moments? If someone dies in a damp, closed-off space, sometimes, but very rarely, their body creates a thin layer of wax on the surface of their skin. I heard that a body decomposes in water 4 times faster than on land. I need to think. If I remember anything, I'll let you know.
Complètement phrasé ce truc-là.
That's correct. My name is Lillian. I was sent here from the depot to see how the Horns of the South are handling the and also to encourage the keepers to fight. The situation with the Pict and Del Rita savages is precarious. Too bad we can't get rid of them as easily as we did the Druids. There have also been rumors that we might soon have a civil war on our hands, so Camelot cannot afford to spread our forces too thin. I don't really have much more to tell. It's hard to get any updates here. I only know that the new Lancelot has not been very popular, and that's putting it mildly. The Witch Morgane would have been burnt at the stake long ago if everyone weren't so afraid of her. And then we have the commoners who seem to keep forgetting their place, and loudly demanding changes. Everything is falling apart.
Ah, les gens du peuple, sans déconner, quoi. Les pecnos.
Well, you've probably heard about the Druids making human sacrifices by stuffing people into wicker puppets and setting them on fire. Well, the people decided to give them a taste of their own medicine. They rounded them all up, and then sent them up in smoke. Oh, how they must have howled and sizzled. Too bad I couldn't see it. Most of them, the survivors have supposedly taken refuge with savages in the woods, and one of them is rumored to be hiding in the Horns area. But whether that was before or after the Charred Conclave, I don't know. Would you like to hear about him? His name was Slaudyard. He was lurking near Blood Lake, a small pond where they used to throw the bodies of executed convicts. They say he would fish them out and use his magic to turn them into undead monsters. Supposedly, he started needing some fresher corpses, so he slaughtered one of the keepers. The Horns organized a manhunt. They found him and sentenced him to death. People say that the moment his body touched the surface of Blood Lake, the water turned red and it's been scarred since that day. Some say that Slaudyard came back from the dead and seeks revenge. But if you ask me, it's just a tale by local simpletons. There are rumors that the Rita tribes want to unite, and that would mean open war with Camelot. As for those Pict savages, they've been growing bold, leaving their forest. For now, it's just been small scrimmages. But who knows how it'll end. Go, the hunt awaits. Oh, hey, before you go, I can see the bloodlust in your eyes, you know. It takes one to know one. So here's some friendly advice, free of charge. If you're seeking scum to slay, you'll find bandits in the ruins of a merchant settlement nearby. It's worth visiting if you haven't already.
Ça, malheureusement, pièces d'or. 10 malheureuses pièces d'or, il y en avait 200 après. Ah, peut-être les chefs bandits plus alors. Zénon le géant, Cilia la silencieuse, Hardgal cheveux de rouille. Alors je suis curieux de savoir si dans la maison abandonnée on peut loger plutôt que dans le baraquement. Maison abandonnée, c'est pas écrit en rouge? Hein, monsieur, je rentre dans la maison abandonnée. Bah voilà! Plutôt que d'aller dans le baraquement. En plus, y a rien, c'est pas volé. Sac. Caisse. Alors. Alors, on me dit pas que c'est du mal hein, si je prends quelque chose. Oh là là, il y a de quoi se reposer. Il n'y a pas quelqu'un là-dessous là. C'est quoi tout ça? Bon, moi, si on me dit pas non, je vais habiter dans cet endroit affreux. Je peux aller voir au baraquement. Je peux aller voir au baraquement par curiosité. Euh, alors, est-ce qu'on peut mettre des choses dans les armoires? Caisse vide. Quoi de faire de la cuisine? Mais je crois pas que ce soit du vol, c'est pas marqué rouge. Comme dans Oblivion ou Skyrim. Alors, je peux fouiller. Je peux pas déposer? Mince. Il m'a fait consommer. Ah, c'est pas comme dans Oblivion, je peux pas. Je peux pas. Oh zut. Je peux faire que prendre. Si je prends, c'est pas considéré comme du vol, non. Comment on fait inventaire pour inventaire? Il y a le sac. Comment on fait pour accéder au coffre de... Non. Ah zut. Je vais aller voir dans les baraquements militaires. Ah bah c'est Excalibur dans le rocher. Souvenir d'Arthur retiré. Je vais peut-être pas faire ça tout de suite. Peut-être attendre un peu. Ouais. Que avoir découvert comment réagissent les gens à ma présence. Je vais pas rentrer dans les quartiers du capitaine, il va faire un caca nerveux l'autre. Allez, j'ai respecté les règles. Je je ferai les quêtes pour le cimetière, là. Mais déjà, avant tout... Pourquoi on me dit pas que c'est du vol? C'est bizarre. Bon, alors... Ça, là, c'est du vol. Là, c'est du vol. Et je peux pas ouvrir l'armoire comme dans Skyrim ou Oblivion. Comment je fais pour stocker toutes mes affaires que j'ai en trop là? Ça me saoule. Par contre, je peux me reposer sans que ce soit une infraction, visiblement. Mais il n'y a pas de coffre. Oh. Pardon. Bon, alors, exceptionnellement, et pour la première fois, je vais... Là, pourquoi c'est pas du vol? C'est bizarre. Ils sont quand même pas du genre à accepter qu'on prenne leurs affaires. Allons fouiller ces ruines. T'as pas le nez rouge, toi? Bah si, on m'a bien dit que vous étiez tous des ivrognes. T'as le nez rouge. Pardon.
Just keep your head down.
Ok, d'accord. Bah, il n'y a pas d'habitants, hein. On pourrait carrément s'exproprier le phare. C'est dommage, on peut pas aller. En tout cas, j'ai pas vu. Aller sur vraiment le fait du phare. Le toit du phare. Pas de porte là? Plume. Pas prendre. Il me manque des roses pour le temple de je sais plus qui là. Plume, rose et sauge. J'ai les plumes, j'ai la sauge, j'ai pas les roses. Bon, je vais voir si en faisant un feu de camp, il y a une option pour... Est-ce qu'on peut faire un feu de camp à l'intérieur? Je vais voir si en faisant un feu de camp, il y a une option pour un coffre. Là, si on roule pendant qu'on dort, on peut se tuer. Ah, il y a des trucs à... Racines de bardane. Bon. Alors, hop. Oula. Alors, pour l'instant, je vais rester dans la magie, mais est-ce que la perception joue dans la magie? Je sais pas. Je sais pas. Je ne sais pas. Allez, hop. Pour l'instant, c'est peut-être considéré comme déséquilibré. Mais bon. Alors, comment je vais dans les... Là, maximum de mana, allez quand même. Et puissance des sorts, alors rester classique pour l'instant. Tac. Ou même pour un long instant. Voilà, j'ai une potion de remise à zéro des compétences et carac. Il paraît qu'on peut en avoir en cours de. Alors, cuisiner, paf, il y a rien. Lui parler, je sais pas pourquoi. Euh...
Ah, the horns of the south. The crown jewel of these lands. We had barely laid the foundations of Tintagel when Seawall and his men had already built a lighthouse, eager to guide our ships to them. He always had a competitive spirit. Of course, it helped that he took every sailor from the homelands with him, along with a handful of knights, so they could learn from one another. And thus, the Keepers of the South were formed. I decreed that every sworn keeper would stand as an equal to a Knight of the Round Table. I doubt they still honor that law. But I am glad to see the keepers grown. In my time, there was only a lighthouse and barracks. Seawall. He was the first to set foot on Avalon, not me. He decided that if anything were to attack us in this strange land, he would shield me and take the first blow himself. I remember loyalty. A fierce, unwavering loyalty. To me and to Avalon. He must have been someone I trusted deeply. Perhaps as we move forward, more memories of him will come back to me. For now, I only hope his loyalty wasn't in vain.
Bon, bah se souvenir que quand on est dans une zone, hein, autant pardon, faire un feu de camp quand on a commencé à enquêter dans une zone. Le roi Arthur, on peut lui poser des questions sur la zone. Alors, voilà. Un aventurier en général, ça se lève tout. J'ai perdu -1 et puis à nouveau -1 en murmure. C'est quoi ça? Murmure. C'est les conseils, les informations que m'a prodigué le roi Arthur. Oh, c'est tentant. C'est tentant. Oh oui, c'est tentant. Ah, c'est tentant. Hop, mais pas sous n'importe quelle condition. Peut être fou, mais pas trop fou quand même.
I like it when things are quiet.
Bon. Ouah!
Hello there.
Je sais pas qui.
Hey, hey. Hello. Are you also wondering why the heck we need them? Lighthouses. Why the hell are Dara and his workers pushing so hard to build the second one? Is one not enough? Is it because one is less than two and less is worse? I mean, two lighthouses next to each other are almost the same as one, and ships don't even sail this way anymore. Two taverns, of course. One to drink in, and the second for when you're already drunk. Ha! Aye, why would they? The waters are treacherous, so no ships. Storms and the weirdness are a deadly combination. Besides, who'd have the time to build or repair them? There are enough problems on the island. We don't need more. Well, not much going on here, as you can see. Things have been a bit different lately, due to the refugees. One was even hanged for theft. But I can't say much more as I wasn't there. If you're interested in the horns, you should visit our museum. You'll learn more about that fella, Swal, or whatever his name is. Aye, it's boring, but at least you don't have to pay to enter. But almost nobody goes there anyway. What do I think? As long as they follow the rules, they can stay. And if they don't, then they can hang. That's all. Folks are saying that there's some other group, probably more dangerous, not so far from here. If they come closer, well, that wouldn't be too good. You can stay here and serve. Sit in the tavern, drink and eat something. If you're looking for an adventure, you'll have to go elsewhere. There's always something happening out in the world. But you know what? Here in the south, everything happens late. It's a big world out there, and a small one right here. I wonder if, once they finish this one, they'll start building a third.
Bah, si on m'a proposé de l'aventure, j'ai un cimetière à aller nettoyer.
Hope nothing bad happens today.
Ah oui, le cri, c'était de Geronimo, l'Indien.
Stay out of my way.
Bon, il est où le chasseur à qui je dois parler, là? Méargue ou je sais pas quoi, là? Oh, coffre personnel! Danzo. Toi, t'es machin. Fergas. Oh, il est où, Méargue? Ah, à vrai de l'arbre, il y avait un type. Bon, ben non. Toi, je viendrai te parler plus tard. Ça a l'air d'être intéressant. Un prêtre rouge, un de ces abrutis. Ah, mais c'est pas à lui qu'il faut amener une lettre pour dire qu'ils ont perdu la tête? Peut-être bien. Il me reste 3 minutes ou 2 minutes. J'aurais bien aimé, juste sans lui parler, trouver où était Méargue. Bah, je sais pas.